Hindus cannot even accept this. Buddhists cannot even accept this today. Can they accept it? Burying the children? Does any qawm, any nation do it today? Burying the children alive? And they buried their children alive for few reasons, not one only. They buried their daughters alive because this was a fault. They did not know what to do with the daughter. Because when the daughter will grow up, who will I get her married to? And she will be oppressed, because I told you just now, women were inherited by the inheritance. So they used to go in hiding and wait, like Quran says. And when the news would come that they have a daughter, then their faces would become gloomy and black, like Quran says. And they would say, they would contemplate and think that should I come out and keep the daughter and be disgraced like this, or should I bury her in the turab, in the soil? This is why they used to bury the daughters. And the ni'mah of Allah, daughters. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said in Sahih Muslim's narration, Man ala jariyatayn, whoever does tarbiyah of two daughters, two is mentioned. Two daughters, whoever does tarbiyah, brings them up in the right manner. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Man ala jariyatayn hatta tablugha, to the extent that they become the age of puberty. Me and this person will come on the day of judgment like this. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam closed his fingers to show the closeness. How we will be close to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That person who brings up two daughters in the right manner. How big ni'mah of Allah it is to have a daughter. And this is how they used to bury their daughters. And they not only buried their daughters, they buried some sons also. This was another reason. Many times we hear just daughters because of this reason what I told you. They buried their sons also because they used to fear faqr and poverty. They thought that this child will come, whether it's boy or girl doesn't matter, but now a fifth person will eat from our share and our share will become less because they did not have the aqidah Allah is al-Razzaq. Buried their children alive. Some of them afterwards used to cry and ask Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and tell him that I buried so many children alive, or few of my kids like this. I remember that situation when I was burying her. They used to relate this to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam later on after Islam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a period of only 23 years. Even less than that, because 23 years is the entire time. They became Umar al-Faruq even before 23 years. Became Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu anh even before the hijrah to Madinatul Munawwar. Became Ali karramallahu wajha even before the hijrah to Madinatul Munawwar. In a small period of time, 23 years or even less than that, less than 20 years, about 13 years, 14 years, whatever the time, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam changed these people and made them examples for mankind till the day of judgment. Women's rights, slavery. Go to the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in and see. When people talk about slavery today, they say Islam, what is Islam? What has Islam done with slavery, right? This is a very big objection on Islam. I have talked on this also, about topic. That what has Islam done about slavery? Slavery is not demolished in Islam. And slavery is something that everyone thinks is a crime today. The slavery that they are calling crime, that they have, finally they are calling crime, alhamdulillah. That they committed those crimes and brought those people from Africa and robbed them of their cultures and their religion and their names and their forefathers' names. Everything was robbed. Separated the mothers from the children. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam never allowed it in Islam. Islam has never allowed it from the first day, because that is against human nature, human beings' rights to live in this world. It can be never allowed by Allah Rabbul Alameen, the creator of man. The slavery that was there was in name only. That is allowed in Islam is only in name. You want me to tell you one incident? Bilal radiyallahu anhu, right? Famous Sahabi of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Sahabi that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him that, Bilal, what amal do you do that I see you before me in Jannah? What amal do you do? Bilal radiallahu anhu says that every time I make my wudu, I make 2 rak'atayn. I make always, like I make it compulsory on me, that once I make wudu, I must make 2 rak'ah like this. And he tried to stay with wudu also. Bilal radiallahu anhu, al-Habashi. This Bilal, Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, you know a famous Sahabi also, Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, very famous, very pious Sahabi. He said to Bilal, Yabna Sawda, one time, O son of the black woman, like this. Yani he said to him that you are the son of a slave girl, slave woman. So he said that to him and to his mother. Bilal radiallahu anhu started crying. And he came to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. This is seerah. We must learn Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam's teachings. Bilal radiallahu anhu knew who else to go to. Go to the one with insaf and adl. Go to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and complain to him, that's all. He will take care of the situation. He started crying and he said that Abu Dhar has said like this to me. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam called Abu Dhar, Sahih al-Bukhari's narration, and said that, did you say like this to your brother Bilal? Abu Dhar said, yes, I said like that. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that you are a person, I can still see the effects of jahiliyyah in you. You still have jahl in you and ignorance in you. The days of ignorance are gone, but you are not away from it yet, completely. You say things like this after Islam to your brother? Then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says to Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, what is slavery in Islam? And only in name. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that these are your brothers. Allah has placed them under you like this. Not that you will do dhulm on them. Instead, you will take work from them, but only that much work that they can bear. And you will help them out in that work also. Like this, many things are mentioned. Whatever you eat from, whatever you wear, you give them also. This incident is famous because Abu Dhar al-Ghifari radiallahu anhu, he is wearing mismatched cloth. Understand? A pair of cloth, upper garment and lower garment. Again, I'm making it mukhtasar and brief for you. Upper garment and lower garment he's wearing, that's not matching. And his slave is wearing upper garment and lower garment, that's not matching. So the narrator says that I said to Abu Dhar that if you take your slave's garment and wear it, it will match, and if you give him your garment, it will match. Understand? Why don't you do it? Because he was making amal on the zahir of this hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that whatever you eat from, give them. Whatever you wear, make them wear also. That doesn't mean that you have to give them the exact amount of food that you eat, or the quality that you eat, or the clothing that you wear, that you give them the one pair also, like that. It means that if you have a very high standard for yourself, do not have a very low standard for them. Give them something average, like this. But Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, these are companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They have been affected by al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Whatever cloth he had, 2 pieces, he gave 1 piece to his slave and wore 1 piece himself. And his slave also shared like this, so it was not even matching. He doesn't care if it matches or not, because he is worried about what Allah Rabbul Alameen will say on Yawm al-Qiyamah. That same Abu Dhar al-Ghifari, because that hadith of Sahih al-Bukhari talks about that slavery, those are the words.